Hernz. Glad to be joined here by Conrad Williams, the European and Commonwealth champ. How's it been, man? How's COVID been treating you, this lockdowns and stuff?
You know what? Welcome, man. Thanks for having me, bro. It's been a pleasure, man. Glad that you can set these things up.
Of course, man.
COVID's been all right. It's been
Yep.
not it's been all right. It's
You
getting
been
a
doing
little bit
anything?
tedious now.
You've been doing anything different that you wouldn't, like reading books, for example, cooking?
Uh, do you know what? I've been painting.
Oh, bloody hell.
I've been painting.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't normally paint that early in December. No chance. But
Yeah.
um yeah, 100%. I've done a bit of painting. The walls, not
Mm,
artistic or nothing like that. Nothing, no drawing, nothing
mm,
crazy like that.
yeah.
Um, yeah, doing some more videos, touch base with a lot of people, and just getting my videos that I need to make in order.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Things like
absolutely.
that. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I just want to start. Like, what was how did you get into athletics? Like, what's your beginnings, your starts? Was it friends?
Um,
Oh,
nah, not even. I started late, so I started when I was 21.
okay.
Um, yeah, so it was all about me trying it because I thought in school everyone thinks they're fast, everyone thinks they can
Mm,
do what they do, but I just thought, you know, I didn't really see it on TV. I weren't watching it. I weren't involved
mm,
in it. I didn't know no one that was doing it.
yeah.
So for me, there's no one couldn't take me there because I took myself there by pure chance. I was just walking through the park and I
I
managed to
respect
bump
it.
into the track.
I
So
respect it.
something just to go and ask the
Yeah.
guy about training, just find out
Mm.
something different, something new, something else. And I
And
think, yeah, that was it.
yeah,
There was no
there's no
other
sports
than,
before. No sports before, because myself, before I started athletics, I did martial arts, football. There was nothing which triggered you to,
yeah.
no?
I was doing a bit of basketball before. So,
Yeah. I was gonna ask
yeah.
you were in the headband. Is that
Yeah,
the
exactly.
headband?
It's from
Yeah.
basically from that's where it stems from, really.
Okay.
Um, so that's the only little bit of basketball I can try and bring into running other than the
Mm,
jumping bits. But I did that, but not at no level. That was just in school
okay,
team,
makes
that
sense.
sort of thing. But
Yeah.
um,
Yes. Yeah. Makes sense.
yeah, man,
Yeah. So
that's good.
I was when I was running at Woodford. I previously ran at Woodford. I used to do 100. Obviously, when I was growing up, guys like Vico, Obikwelu, Chambers, Lemaitre, Blake, Bob
Yeah,
can go on. And on.
the
So
list.
in yeah, so when you started 400, was there anyone you looked up to? Would you say, or was you just
Let me see. Oh, two times when I started, there was Elaine Francis, Mark Raquel,
okay?
um, Warner just popped on the scene in oh
Oh
04.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Angelo Taylor was
Yeah.
doing bits.
Two Olympic
Um,
golds. Yeah, two Olympic golds.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there was a couple, Tyler Christopher from Canada, I think. There was a couple
Mhm.
guys that was, Brandon Simpson. Yeah, so there was guys I was
Mm,
thinking,
yeah, man.
um,
Tough
yeah,
competition.
these are the guys.
Yeah, man.
They're doing their thing. But I was like, I came in, but I was just looking at the British ones at the minute, at the time with the Jamie Bolshes, the Ewan Thomases, do you know what I
Exactly.
mean? Those guys,
Yeah.
to see what was going on, to see where
Mhm.
the top guys in at least Britain is, so I can
Yeah.
see where the pecking
Where you're
order
gonna
is
get.
before I even
Yeah,
think
man.
about going to race, Chris Brown and all them guys from Bahamas.
Mm.
So I try and
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
it
Chris Brown.
home first, trying to conquer England at least first before I
That's it.
think about the Americans.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere, innit? So yeah,
Yeah. Start
one thing
small.
I was one, one thing I was gonna ask. I'm a qualified timekeeper and a field judge, and just before COVID, I was working at an event in Lee Valley, and I got talking to a young 200-meter runner, and he's telling me how he's had three different coaches in the space of 12 months. How do you feel, and has this happened, and have you changed coaches in that short length of time, and do you think that's because that's a lot for 12 months, I think.
Yeah. Um, 12 months to have free coach. You're gonna have to look a
Crazy.
little bit. It's a bit
Crazy.
mad still. It's a little bit mad because maybe it depends on how old he is. Maybe the coach he was with wasn't his main coach at the first.
Yeah.
Maybe his friends are telling him, come. While you're over there, come and train with me. We promise you the world. That didn't work out, and people just probably jump around because they think if I train in that group, suddenly I'm going to be fast, I'm going to be better, and forget that they still have to put the work in no matter where they go. But I would look at how old he is, and did he move? Did he leave his address? Did he move somewhere else? What's the reason? Location-wise, is it because one of the first coach was too far and he couldn't see him enough? Do you know what I mean? So
he kind of told me how he was how he just couldn't take direction. He's so like, I think it's just him. Like he's just fussy and he just can't get on with his coaches. Like his coach might tell him one thing, then he doesn't win the race, so he thinks, oh, my coach isn't good, stuff like that.
I mean,
but I think that
most of that
young age.
It's just that age, and you see people winning stuff, or you think you're better than, so you think I should be able to beat that guy, but that guy's ultimately is putting the work in, and that's the main thing. If you're not putting the work in, no matter what group, and like you said, if he can't listen to instructions, and if you feel he can't follow those instructions, then there's you can't coach that person. And as a coach, you probably don't want that person in your group anyway. So you can't really have someone like that, especially at a young age.
Yep. Okay, let's move on to some championships, some medals. So 2009, that was a great world champs, Berlin. Obviously, that's when Bolt got the 958. Bolt got the 958. And something was in the interviews afterwards. I remember Safa Powell, he was saying something which I sort of I heard it, but at the same time I was a bit disappointed in a way, because he said something like I was happy to be part of the fastest race in history. Now I was going to ask you, if you was in the Van Niekerk race, and would you feel the same way as a Safa Powell? I'm happy to be in the fastest 400 meter. Would you be upset that you didn't win yourself? But
deep down he's annoyed, isn't it? He's a little bit annoyed that he didn't win the race because it's the world champs, all that stuff. But athletes can appreciate how quick it was, and if they can't relish in it, they'll be like, you know what? At least I was in it. I had a chance. I had a fight. I was in the fight. I was in the battle. I got my hands dirty. So he's just in the moment. His brains have said, that was so fast.
I don't know.
He couldn't. He don't even know what to answer. He's like, I don't even know what happened there. It was done before it started. Especially if he ran well. If he ran bad, he'd probably have a different. But because he ran quite well as well, do you know what I mean? He was in the 9.7s.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I'm saying, because Chambers was in that race and he ran like a flat 10, which is one of his best performances, and he ended up coming 6th. So it's context.
So he will be like, I'm glad to be part of history, to say I was there. I was on the start line. I went out with it. I went out to fight. Obviously, it didn't went the way they wanted it ultimately, but they can also sit back and go, and you know what? It was a good race to be involved in. At least now, when everyone watched that race, they can go. The main thing why people say that is the actual fact of how they got themselves in the final. That's probably the bigger story, because they know they must have bumped off a few people to get to that final. So that's why they're like, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy this final now, because I could have easily been watching it on the sidelines. Do you know what I mean?
That's it. It's all context, man. So
massive.
Yeah, man. So with the relays, I noticed you normally do the first leg. Is that because you're a bend runner, or do you have a good relationship with Michael Bingham with the batons, or what is it? Did you?
Do you know what? Not a lot of people know this. They only put me first leg because I was like, they didn't trust it, so they thought,
okay. I respect
That
the
was
honesty, man.
in 2009. They said, since you're the one with least experience, we're gonna put you on the first leg. To me, I was
Yeah,
thinking, are you
that's the
crazy?
wrong thing. Yeah,
Shouldn't you want to put me in the middle somewhere and all that? Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? To pack a
hmm
few things around me, but
yeah,
the guy, the relay coach at the time was like, "Nah, you got least experience. If we get you out the way, then we got three we
yeah.
got three
I
experienced
see.
guys to at least bring it back." But I was like, I heard that and I'm thinking,
Mm,
least experience. What are you talking about? I just came second at the champs. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I just came
yeah,
second at trials. I ain't having
mm,
that. So
yeah,
my thing was, I need to go out and show that I'm not going to be just. I need to them to know that I can run at any position
hmm
if they want me
hmm
to, not just
yeah,
we'll put you there because we think we want to make
yeah,
sure um, if whatever happens, we can then claw it back. So I said,
hmm
no, I'm not doing that. I'm not here to make you claw it back. I'm here to put the team in the
yeah. That's it.
best position. So
Mm,
that's why I went
yeah.
out. And
Mm.
then once they saw the first one, they were like, oh, okay,
I keep
maybe
him there. Keep him there. Keep him
keep
there.
maybe we should leave him there. We don't want to
Yeah,
move him now. We can't move him because he seems to do a little thing there, so we can't move him
yeah,
now and try and mess
yeah.
it up for everyone
But
else. So
there has been a time which you went second. Was it the world indoors? I'm trying to remember all these.
um,
You medaled. You medaled
I
once.
went
Okay.
second.
Yeah. It's years,
I
man.
think world
I think
indoors. I
it
think
was. Yeah.
because again we was trying things out. Even I think I went third European Team Cup outdoors,
hmm
and I went second in Bahamas as well. A couple of times we
Mm.
try different things to free up
Yeah. Yeah.
certain guys from where they used to and to change the team because different dynamics, different people,
Of course.
um, and it makes the other team think as well, like what is going to happen, what is Britain going to do. They know come
Mm.
final, it was a standard. Conrad on the first day, Conrad on the first day, but they know in the
Mm.
heats,
Yeah.
let's see what we can do to bring other people in, just in case we can get
That's it.
the margins a bit closer, bit more improved. So
Yeah. It makes sense.
yeah, but it's
Yeah. Mm.
you have to
It's
keep
kind of trial
thinking.
and
Keep the
error. It's
team's
kind of
always
like a.
changing it.
Yeah. Things always change. Things always change. You know what I mean? One of your partners might just run a mad race, then switch up the order.
Yeah, the order might just get changed. Someone got injured. You have to try people. It's weird trying them at the end at the last where it matters the most. You're thinking, how can now this is when I'm trying to bring
Mm.
someone in that hasn't been running all year, and then this is the time. But
Yeah.
again, that's when the trust in the athlete to say, but everyone stepped in. They know they're there to do
Mm.
their bit. Don't worry about
Yeah.
everything else. Just do your bit. As
That's
long as
it.
you keep that guy the baton in a decent position,
hmm
you should do
Same.
what you're doing in it, really. So
And do you have regular so say when the person if the person's second changes, would you have is it this do you keep the same arms for the changeovers or would it be different? Say if like Bingham would be different to Hudson Smith or Jack Green, etc. etc. Or would it be like the same, your right hand
yeah,
into their left or
um, yeah. So we do a couple run throughs, couple try, little relay days and stuff like that, just to test things out.
Mm,
Obviously, nothing's going to beat game day, match day when it's everything's going on. You're racing America, Jamaica, Bahamas, Trinidad. You're thinking this
mm,
ain't no joke. But we try and keep everything where we pass it in the same way. You know,
yeah.
um, we try and drill, but not too much. We can't really link up all the time to drill it. As much as
Mm,
you drill, once the gun goes off and it's real, everything goes out the window anyway. All the practice you've done
that's it.
just
Yeah.
literally went away. Go to pot.
Mm,
Because sometimes the decision change for you have to be on your feet quick, trying to change.
mm,
Think, oh, he went down. Okay, I need to. We thought we was going to be behind Jamaica. Now we're
mm.
10 meters up. We didn't practice for that. What do
Okay.
we do
Yeah.
now? do we
Yeah.
do we push to go further around to make sure leg 3 and 4 get the best decision distance, or do we just stay where we are
Mm,
and just
that's it.
ride it out to the end?
That's it. You only know when the race starts, don't you?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's a bit
yeah,
one of
yeah.
them. Yeah. But I was wondering. This might not have happened, but I was wondering: has there been a relay where you lot have won, then you have another relay and you win again, but you found out that your split time was worse than the first one? Are you a bit like disappointed because you've done worse, or you just happy because you've won again? How would you, if that has happened? It might not have happened.
Yeah, yeah, I think it happens yeah, it happened a couple times where
Mm,
you can win a race, but then yeah, your time you run in the one is little bit different.
mm.
Um, Sometimes you probably come second and you run faster than the time you won. Like, you know what I mean? Normally it's in the heat and the final. You in
Yeah,
the
exactly.
heats you
Yeah.
run 40 something, 45 high. In the final you went 45 1. You still came fifth because everyone leveled up. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But it's more people only worry about the time because of the selection. Because if you
Yeah.
are the main reason why the team didn't win or team didn't do well, even if you won the race, but you ran significantly slower to everyone
Mm-hmm.
else, then there's a chance you might not be in the team for the next one. So
I
that's why
understand.
everyone
Yeah,
put
of
in,
course.
even if they think I'm going, they'll be like, "Mate, you're
Yeah.
winning by 20 meters, doesn't matter. I'm not going to
Mm-hmm.
back off because my spot isn't safe in
That's
the
it.
team."
That's
And
it.
obviously, being in the first leg, usually you're supposed to have the slowest leg because you're the only one coming from blocks. You're the
Mm.
only one have to go around and, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? And run the
you're not
whole way.
receiving the button. Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
receiving the
you have
button.
to.
Yeah.
Them. Everyone's taking it with a little running start anyway. So once
Mm-hmm.
they grab the baton, they're already up and running. They get a nice. So there's always a big difference between second leg and first and third because
Mm-hmm.
second leg took the baton over the round the corner and they cut in.
Yeah,
Do you know what
that
I mean?
makes
So
sense.
their split
Yeah.
tend to look a lot quicker than
Mm-hmm.
most anyway. So for
Yeah.
me, I was like, just get out. Just make sure you get out. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Put yourself in good position and don't lose any position coming in. Just make sure you keep whatever you get, just hold that. So the job's a bit different per leg. Do you know what I mean? And that's the thing. As
Mm-hmm.
long as you do that little job, and if you run really fast, say 2 weeks ago, and then
Mm-hmm.
now you're in some other division or you've got different teams, that's not going to be quick enough. That's not going to
Mm-hmm.
be able to keep up, and you end up winning the race, but you run slow. But if you all run slow, that's fine. But if you just run slow, but everyone else run well, you
Should
might
be all
not be in
right.
that
Yeah.
team for this.
Yeah. I was wondering, what's it like? Someone on the inside going past you. What's the feeling? Are you panicking, or does it? I was about to say, I think it does. It depend how far you are into the 400 meters. Obviously, you know.
Hmm. It depends on the race and who it is. Sometimes some people go past you anyway.
Yeah.
They come on the inside, they've gone. But if you're aware of that person's race plan, then you can go right. That's what they're gonna do. You let them go, keep going, keep moving, do what they're doing. I will see you with 90 to go. You know what I mean? Their race is all about getting to the 250 first, maybe the 300, um, and then hold on. Where some
Mm-hmm.
people going, right, I'm just going to measure my time a little bit better.
Mm.
I'm going to get out nice and easy, just hold my position in the back straight. And all they're thinking is now the last 150, I need to start working home. And then, you know what I mean? So you're going to have many different race plans going into the one race. So you just have to try. And
Yeah.
so if he goes off, depending on who it is
Mm-hmm.
either that's a cue for yourself to say, oh, let's go with it, or let's stay here because I know who that is. And the last 5 races, they've done that. And I know I'm going to come past them in the home straight. Or he's a fast starter. Let
Yeah.
me go with him. Just track him. Make sure I'm just watching what he's
Yeah.
doing.
Mm-hmm.
But stay within. Don't just go running off chasing someone
Mm.
because you might end up,
Yeah,
blowing
for the
up in
sake
the
of it.
last
Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
And then that's
I
not
think
going to be a
that's out of
pretty
panic.
sight.
Yeah, that's out of panic why people do that, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people panic whether they're inside. If they see someone on the outside, if you're in like lane 4 and they see someone in lane 7 just went and they're
Mm,
gone, and you're thinking he's already on the back straight and you're coming around the bend, it's easy
mm,
for you to get caught up on going, I need to chase him and get on his shoulder. But
mm.
look, you know, what I mean, once the stagger unwinds and you see that actually now I'm fine where I am. But again, if you don't panic, it's
Yeah.
hard not to panic when you
Yeah,
see
exactly.
someone like
Yeah.
Wade's gone off. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's
Let him go,
already
man.
turning on the top bend and you're still on the back straight and you're thinking, I'm
Let him
not
go,
going to
man.
catch that. So
Yeah.
I need to go now. Do
Yeah.
you know what I
I
mean?
hear you, man. Yeah, so like the 2010 European champs, that was in Barcelona. Then
Mm,
Marc Lewis France has got the silver and the 100. That was a good championships. And
that was a
see,
good champ for Mark.
it
Very good.
was it was it was we saw Borley, Kevin Borley got the gold in the 400.
Mm.
So you know what? This question is is sort of for your teammates, but I wonder if you could. So when you lot got the silver in the relay, do you think there was it a bit of a sweet moment that obviously Rooney and Michael Bingham could kind of get one over on Borley sort of thing in the relay because they lost to him in the final.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, with the ball is our boys. We've been battling for yonks. They've been in the
Yeah.
game for
Mm,
day one. It's all love with the ballers. We know it's competitive love. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
of
We
course.
always,
Yeah.
um, when we see them, we know it's game time. It's off the track. We're cool on the track. We want to win as much as they do. Do you know what I mean? And we want to make sure we're in front of them. And I think that champs there, the ball ace snuck in, did their thing in the individual. So we're looking at the
Mm,
relay to think we can't afford this to happen. And there was a moment
mm,
where it looked like they're
yeah,
gonna do
yeah,
it
yeah.
again. I was like, now we need
That's
to
a
dig
good
in.
final, man.
That was
Good
a
final.
the lead. Italy was doing their thing. Italy was first at one bit, and then it's the lead kept changing and all that. And Krasnov
Hmm.
from Russia just took off. Um, yeah, but we were like thinking, wow, we just need to get the battens around. But I think at the time, Rooney and Bingham had so many races in their legs, and a
Mm,
final where they all ran pretty much flat out to the line because it was
mm,
about a six
yeah,
man on the line, and everyone's dipping to think, where did that come? Where did that
yeah.
come? And then they have to come back. Missed this. I think, they missed the heat of the 4x4, but came back in the final. But the race was
Yeah.
about 10 o'clock at night. It
Mm.
was late. Everyone's been up.
Barcelona,
You've been.
yeah.
It was warm, but it was late anyway. So by the time you
Mhm.
actually get on the track, it's at 20 past 10 to then go and race, and you know what I mean. If you can, so you're already knackered. Everyone's knackered, but um, yeah,
I'm
I
glad
think
you
the
said.
boys
I'm glad
they
you said that about the by it being late. Has there ever been a time where it don't have to be your professional career time? You've been on the track and you just waiting to run. Someone's late. Has there been a
um, yeah. I mean, there's like sometimes you're waiting. There's times where on the circuit, the European circuit, I, the Rome Diamond League is quite late. Um, so
mm,
you leave your hotel about 4, 5, and you're not racing to at
hmm
least probably 9:15, and you're just hanging around, waiting around, trying to do something. Um, there's other competitions where you go there and it's all done way before 6. You know what I mean? It's like bam, 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 bam. It's like everything's all
mm,
wrapped up. But the waiting is sometime when you're on the circuits, if you're waiting for like a middle distance to finish and you're
mm,
geared up, ready to go for a particular time. And
yeah,
then they every meet normally run about 20 minutes late anyway. So that's quite a good
yeah,
organized meet. It's 20 minutes late, then that's all right. But if it goes, we're going to do a break just before because of the weather.
mm,
That's the bit. I
exactly.
had one in Holland where just before the race, the rain came down and all the officials
Oh
went,
yeah.
right, half an hour. So I had to go back and sit in the
Yeah,
stand, just
yeah,
doing nothing,
yeah.
just
Would you
watching the
say
rain. That's it. We couldn't do anything.
would you say you could lose momentum like that, or you could gain momentum? What would you say in your experience?
Um, for some people, would probably
Yeah,
like the
depends.
fact
Yeah.
that they got a bit more time. Yeah, just to like relax now. They can go back and because you might have rushed your warm up, you might have, you know, get there and you're thinking, oh, I need to go, I need to do, but that give you enough time to now relax, go and do a few more strides, probably um get a nice little rub out because you might have a tight quad, tight hamstring. If now I can get a little flush
Hmm.
quickly, just
Hmm.
but for me, I like going when they say go because I geared everything up for that 5 o'clock on the track. Once I'm on the track, if it's delayed or whatever, I can tick over because I'm on the track. But if it's you're in the warm up area, for whatever reason, you have to wait. Then it makes you now don't know how long till you walk out on the track. Once you're on the track, your nerves are still there. You're hyped. You're pumped. You're still got adrenaline. But in the warm up area, you can
That's it.
then put your tracksuit back on, put your headphones on, and effectively zone out. But then you're not keeping active. So, and you have to keep getting back up, moving around, just trying to stay warm, which is not ideal. So that's why for the 100 meters, when they get loads of full start, it used to put some people off,
Yeah.
but they're like,
Yeah.
I want to go. Do you know what I
That's
mean?
it. That's
I
it.
don't want to
That's it.
be giving him the chance to rest. I want to go now. Do
Mm,
you
yeah,
know
I
what I
hear that,
mean?
man.
So,
So yeah, let's talk about London 2012, man. So,
mm,
so would you say that's your biggest achievement to that, just even to be there, a home Olympics?
um,
And even what was I gonna say? Even when it got like 2005, when it got announced, was you saying to yourself like, "I've got to be there"? 20 London. You
yeah,
must have been.
yeah. Yeah, no, when it got announced, 2005, we thought,
Yeah,
oh, we got ages. Is that I
yeah,
got 7 years? We talk at the time, and I've only been doing this for 4 years. Do you know what I mean? It
mm,
was never really a thing. I didn't really think about it. Like, okay, cool. It's only once it got to like 2010, you start feel it when you see the buildings going up, when you see the tracks being put down, when you see this structure, you're thinking, and you see all the merchandise, you see all the this and the that. So they start to like, and then the promotion and the call and the this and the
mm,
word starts spreading. So
it's real.
2011, yeah,
Yeah,
then you know this is actually things just got real, and they're invited down to the track to have a look, and it's just
mm,
a little a building site. So you're thinking you can't really visualize it then, but once they announce and they say, yeah, the track's there, it's the village and all that, then you realize I have to be there. Being in London, there is no way that's going to be their
mm,
doorstep, and you're not there because it's the pressure from everyone else that's been asking you for the last 7 years. Are you going? Are you going? When are you going? When can I get tickets? Can I get tickets?
mm,
How much tickets can you get? So you're like, I haven't even gone to trials yet, and you're telling
mm,
me when is it? How are you going to the Olympics? So you're telling people, well, I want to go. They're thinking, what do you mean you want to go? I thought you can just, you're a runner, you're running.
mm,
Why are you not going? But most people don't know you have to go trials and
mhm,
finish top two with the qualifying to get selected. So they just think everyone get put in because they see you on TV last
mm,
year running. You must be doing that thing. So why are you not going to go? So I
mm,
have to try and block that out, but
mhm.
knowing that the hardest race that year is going to be the trials because if
Yep,
that don't go right, yeah, now see you later. You're gonna be.
that's it. That's it.
But I
That's
think,
it.
yeah, biggest achievement probably. I mean, that's one of the achievements. But I think biggest achievement was probably being able to be in the double in
2014.
2014 for the
Yeah,
really doing that. I think achievement wise.
yeah, definitely, man. So would you say? I know you probably heard this question a lot of time, but would you say 400 meters is the hardest event?
It's definitely up there. It's one of the hardest to train for.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy. I mean, no event is easy, but I see what people put the hardness because of the training that you
Mm-hmm.
do, because it's bang in the middle of the 8 and the 2. So you have to
Mm-hmm.
have both ends. You go up the speed of the 2 in during of the 8, and you're pretty much flat out most of it. So you feel like
Yeah.
you've done an 8 at the end,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to run as fast as pretty much most
Mm,
guys in their 200, and that's so.
that's it.
So, um, but you can't take nothing away the 15. I see why a lot of people put that as the hardest event. If not, some people say
Mm,
4 hurdles and all that. I hear other hurdlers said, "Well, at least I've got the hurdles to focus on, so it breaks it
mm,
up." But it's definitely up there as hardest because I mean everyone's gonna pick their event in it. You're gonna get a triple
that's
jump. I
it.
said it's hard. It's hard, you
That's
know what I
it,
mean?
man. That's it.
But they get a lot of races. They get 6 minutes to wait, so they
Yeah.
can.
So what would you say about lane draws? Because as we know, Van Niekerk didn't get the world record
Mm,
from lane 8. So do
yeah,
you think lane draws matter? Or is he just insane?
it kind of sometimes it can matter. It shouldn't matter to the individual what lane you get as long as you're in the final and stuff. But
Yeah, if you've got it, you've got it, you know.
you've got it. You're gonna have to run with it. You can't be, oh, I wish I had 3. And nah, you're in the
Mm,
final. You take whatever. If it, on the grass, do you know what I mean? Can I get the grass, please? I'm on it. I don't care. This is the final. I
mm-hmm.
want whatever is given. So I feel Wade played for 8 in Rio.
Oh,
He
okay.
ran to get lane 8. It was a lot of people didn't really, well, they was watching it, but they didn't see. He wanted 8. He didn't want to be inside. His tactic
Okay.
was to be out there because he had heavy strapping on his leg. It
Okay.
wasn't in, his leg was, so the tighter lanes, he probably would have won, but he wouldn't have gone crazy like that. So the outer lane, because he came second in his semi,
Mm.
if he saw Cedinho beat him, so he kind of came in.
Just
And if
hold him
someone's
back a
in
bit.
43 zero
Mm.
shape, they're not going to bring it back to try and,
Yeah.
So I think he kind of played to get as far out as possible.
Yeah.
He locked out and got the lane 8. And once he got that, you can see he's
Yeah.
thinking, right, game plan is Merritt's going to be coming, but I
Yeah.
need to do my damage to Kirani
Yeah.
right
James.
now
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
because Merritt's going to
Tactical
be
man.
able to come with me. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because Merritt
Yeah.
was the fastest in the 2 that year. So,
And Santos was in
so
that
he
final
knew
as well, wasn't
I need to kill. Yeah, there was Santos,
he? Santos.
Hudson Smith, Chabetti, Tamplin.
It's a
No, it
tough
was
field, man.
Cedinho. I
Bloody hell.
mean, last place was 44-4. So
Wow.
when you think you're coming
It's
last
tough,
with
man.
44-4,
It's
it's
tough. It's
unreal.
tough.
It's just you lost by a second and a bit. Yeah, second and a bit, and you
Yeah.
ran 44-4. That just
Yeah.
shows the quality of the race. The
That's
last
it,
thing,
man.
the last crazy race like that I can remember was the men 800-meter final in London when I think eighth
Asagi.
place came. Yeah, Sargi came out 43 something,
Yeah.
and he was
That would have
last.
got him. That would have got him gold at the last 3 champs. Apparently, it's crazy.
If
That's
he ran that, he'd have
Rudisha.
been.
Yeah. Yes, Rudisha's he just took it to next
Yeah, but
place.
that's what I'm saying. So that's you see when you see times like that, and you see how quick that was, where most of the guys didn't even know what happened to think 43 seconds and it's done. That's normally a good time for a nice
Mm,
300 in the winter. Do you know what I
that's
mean?
it.
And he's done it in a 4. So
Yeah.
if you're ripping out, if you're ripping out threes in your flats, you're bouncing 43s, you're thinking that's still not that easy. And he's 100 meters behind and he's bing and he's gone. So that's people gonna remember that. And it's from lane 8 as well. That
Yeah.
just eradicate that lane matters because with the lane thing, Angelo Taylor won gold from
Mm.
lane one in the Olympics
Oh
in
wow.
the herd.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he won gold
Okay.
from lane one. So then, do
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
man.
he just said, forget the lane. He's another one that threw the
Playing for the
myth
lane.
lane
Yeah.
out there. So yeah, it can be. People do prefer lanes and all that, but final, whatever you get, just take it, man.
That's it. So yeah, we just mentioned Van Niekerk, Merritt, uh, Santos. I was gonna ask, this might not, you might not have an answer for this, but have you got a favorite 400-meter runner apart from yourself?
Um, favorite. There's no, I
Current,
would
like
I
you just
guess.
like the way he runs, or like he's
Yeah,
someone you
nah.
say
Do
he's
you know
good.
who? Yeah, I think favorite wise, probably Warner. Because I
Yeah.
just never understand how can you just move so fast? Because I you don't.
Mm,
He's just so slight, so just. It's like the breeze just blow him around. It doesn't make it look hard. Do you know what I mean? It's just everything just there,
mm,
nice, compact, just
mhm,
literally floating around the track. And when he
mhm.
finishes, it's never really looked like he's rocking and rolling and trying his best.
Yeah, he's a
Um,
natural runner. He is. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think if I have to pick um, Merritt when he's ready, Merritt
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, he does.
was
He
one of
does
the guys I
200
was like.
sometimes. Sometimes as well. He does 200 sometimes, doesn't he?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's a speed demon, so he's
Yeah.
a speedy type guy. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's easy to see. Yeah, no, I would have to probably go. Yeah, Warner was one. I would be like, yeah, that guy just doesn't really look like he's really pushing any. Especially Prime Warner would have been tough to beat. Um, by most people wouldn't really come.
Mm,
If he's fit and healthy, you
yeah.
can't really
It's trouble.
write him
Yeah.
out at all.
Yeah, man. I need to watch some more videos on him, man.
Yeah, no,
I need
check
to
him
watch
out,
more,
man.
more
He's quality.
So yeah, still on 2010 is when the 200 Malcolm run 2038 and the Major
Mm.
2037. Though, has there been a time you've run a good time and you just still haven't won? Your heart just
Uh, um, I'm trying to think. I can't remember. Yeah, actually, 2009 at the British Champs, I ran the fastest time of the champs and I came second in the final. So I ran the fastest time in the heat and sorry, in the semi.
yeah.
Thinking right, everything's ready. Bingham's here, Tobin's
Hmm.
there, the whole lot, I think Rooney was missing
Hmm.
from the hit list. But yeah, ran the fastest time of the champs, and then end up in the final. Didn't recreate it, or I didn't think. Um, Probably at the time I thought, oh well, if I can do that in the semi, all I have to do is just this bit more, and
Mm.
you know, and I should get it. Do you know what I mean? And that was the fastest time, and in the semi, but in the final, yeah, I ran about couple. I think there's the same time of a few temps, I think a few hundred slower, and then I came second in the final.
Okay.
But yeah, there's
There's
a couple
yeah.
times where you ran
Yeah,
and
that,
you got dipped.
yeah, they'll eat me up. So, was it you see the world indoors in 2010? You got the bronze, if I remember.
Mm.
Was that a bit disappointing as you got the silver in the worlds before Berlin?
Yeah, 2010 was our first one because bouncing back from '09, we went from world outdoors, world indoors. Again, Brawleys
Mm,
were there, full 100. They came clicked up. Um, there was words of America trying to go for the world record then indoors. So we were
mm,
like, get them. We're a new team, a young team. We just got put together. Bahamas were there, Jamaica was there, um, Dominica was there as well. So we were thinking, just getting in that final is going to be hot. So everyone bring their full squad. We were just there for experience, but we got a good bit of fortune. Two guys pulled up. in that race. So we
Okay.
had Bahamas cramped, then Jamaica cramped, and then
Mm.
we still have to race the ball age. And we
Wow.
still got ball age, we still got
Yeah.
Dominica. America was gone. Um, so we're thinking, we thought, oh yeah, we're in, but realized, nah, there's still guys here. We could come fourth and get nothing. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And then the
What?
ball is this. They went. God, was that? So we're trying to chase them or stay with them to see if we can at least try and they got the silver, and
Mm.
we got the bronze based on
Once.
that. So I think, yeah, if it's another bit of fortune there, but we were like, now we
You
got
got
the
the
buzz
medal.
from that.
You got the buzz.
Yeah, you
Let's
got the
use that
buzz.
fuel to go again. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was for us. It was my first world indoors. It was most of our first world indoors actually. And we were running. So there was me and two of my other training partners. So we take up half the team. So we were just buzzing from that we actually all trained together
Mm.
and we made it there.
That's good.
So by the time we got there, we felt we won anyway. We didn't. Do you know what I mean? We got our
Yeah.
whole squad here, so no one's left back at home. Everyone can enjoy it. Everyone can talk about it. So we always like, there's nothing wrong. Our training group's doing what we're doing. We're all good. So
That's it, man.
yeah,
So
man.
were there any other events which you would have considered doing? Or was it always 400 for you?
Um, I'll probably triple jump or something like that. Yeah, I'd
Mm.
probably go down down that sort of. It has to be a jump event. Because I did triple jump for British League. I did like 40 meter 16.
Mm.
Um, off no training, no nothing, no just knowing I still got the 400 that day and the 4x4 and the 4x1 on the same
Mm.
day, but I was just doing it for points. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? And I managed to like pull that out of the bag for thinking, where's that coming from? And it's just literally a one-off. Only when we need points when we haven't got our guys there. So that would have been. It wouldn't be no sprints. Wouldn't be one or two. Some people say I could have moved up to 8. Um,
Mm.
if, but for me, I was like,
Nah, too far,
nah,
man. Too far.
that's too far. That's too much. Nah, no way. 4 was bad enough. Then there is no way I'm doing them sessions. I can't see it.
Yeah,
So
it's too far. Yeah.
it was not happening. It's just, plus, nah, I just can't see it happening one bit.
Yeah. Yeah, this is something I should have mentioned at the start of this, but I want to give my my condolences to Lloyd Cowan. I see you
Mm.
put your pictures up. So was you and him close, or was it just because of Dwayne, or did he coach you at any point?
Yeah, so no, yeah, me and Lloyd's close, very close. We've
Yeah.
yeah, from '08. Um he coached me when my coach Linford wasn't there, put it that
Yeah.
way. So he's always because he was head of the relays, he me and him always talk anyway. So we're always around camps, everything like that. So if I'm away with the team or what vice versa, that's my main
Mm-hmm.
what you call it, point of contact. That's what who's going to do the session, who's going to do this, who's going to do that.
Yeah.
Anything I needed, go through him.
So
Yeah,
you
so
would so you would say he was a mentor in that sort
yeah,
of
no,
way.
he was basically one of my coaches. Yeah, and then in 2014, 15, I went to him and he coached me up until now anyway. So until just recently when I stopped running. So I went fully under him and then so world champs in Beijing with him and all that. So
Yeah.
but yeah, so he and then obviously we've been with him and been at Womever, met up with Dwayne, we start training together from like 2014. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
And all that. Yeah, so Dwayne's been doing his thing from then, but it blew up
Yeah.
in 2017 and it
Mm.
took 3 years, but he did his
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. God rest his soul, man. For real.
Yeah, it'd be missed. It'd be missed. Most definitely, as you can see, the whole the whole community came together. Everyone, it's
Yeah, I even saw Bolt was showing love on Instagram. Some post he was.
yeah, because
Yeah.
he knows Bolt. Like remember he had Christine, so Bolt and Christine are good friends through the same agency with
Mm, yeah.
what's his name, with Pace. So
Yeah.
the
Pace,
same
yeah.
guy, that's always so they will, and obviously if that just shows
Yeah.
the length of where he where everything spreads of whole of love that everyone got for him. So it just spread all the way. So even Bolt realized, yeah,
Yep.
what he was about.
He coached Andy Turner as well, didn't he? Andy Turner.
Yeah, he coached Turner. I mean, the list goes on. Simeon.
Simeon
Um,
Williamson, yeah.
yeah, when Simeon did his 10-0 and all that, Lloyd was there. Lloyd was, um, and most of these guys come out of Marlin, training at Marlin. So
Hmm.
at the peak, there would have been Claxton, Andy Turner. You got Vicky Orugu, Christine Orugu. Um, the list goes on. The Binghams when they come over, Shayna and
Yeah.
Michael. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? Mitchell Blake, you take care of them.
Mitchell Blake,
So the
yeah.
list, the list is on, just going crazy. So
Mm.
Dasalu, 2016, he
Oh,
had him
James.
then. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
And then Alex Wilson from Switzerland. Um, so the amount of quality, strength and depth, Ethan, Amber as the juniors right now, the two twins.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
Yeah,
so
man.
there's loads. So yeah, now, but me and Lloyd, we were good chat. I mean, me and him was chatting a few days before he went to hospital the last time,
Yeah.
back in December. So we
Okay.
was chatting about everything else and chatting about the group and all that. So yeah, we have conversations, so that's why it's like it's recent and it's quite potent. But yeah,
Yeah, he's
he'd
gonna be
be
missed,
he'd be
man.
missed for sure.
Missed for sure. So yeah, 2014. That was the golds. Commonwealth gold, European gold. I've already asked this, but that was your best year in athletics. You've said this, yeah. Definitely your
Yeah,
best. Achievement
I used
wise,
to
achievement wise,
nah, nah, for real. Yeah, I'm trying to think. 2010 was another. I put 2020 up there. It's probably my second most successful based on that 2010. I did every champs possible. And I think I medal in all, but 14 they were all golds and stuff. But yeah, I think 14 was, if I have to put a season, without a
yeah,
doubt, that's all round from January all the way through to September. It
yeah.
was just bang, 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 bang. Do you know what I mean? So, because
Sick.
even that year we went indoors and we did world indoors, we got a silver there. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
So,
Yeah.
um,
So, have you got kids, by the way?
yeah, I got two boys.
So are
So,
you pushing them into 400, or will you just, if they don't want to do flex, you just, how do you feel about that? That have they got their own
um,
interest already? You just if it happens, it
yeah,
happens. It's one of them.
because I started late, I kind of think everyone got the chance to start late. Do you know what I mean? So, athletics is a thing you can't make someone do it if they don't want
That's
to. You can't make no one go training. You can't make no one back do winter and
mm,
trying to turn up and do 6 to 100 with whatever rest. They'll be like, what am I going outside for? They can't see what is the reason for them. Athletics is definitely not for them. It's no point. Even if you're the most talented kid on the block, you're fast, you're beating
mm-hmm.
everyone around, you're the fastest in year eight, doesn't matter. You have to want to do it because you're not seeing anything for ages until the summertime. You can't see any results other than I'm beating everyone in my training group or vice or whatever. So for me, I don't know. For them, whenever they feel like doing it, they
That's it.
can they can come and say, "Look,
Yeah, you
I'm
won't
interested."
force it. You won't force it. You know.
Nah, it's too it's not a thing where you can force that. If it's like a boxing or football where it's every day boxing where you can teach them the skill and things like that, and they can grow up throughout. And it's not that you have to run in for me. And when you're too young, if you're good at it, it's hard to keep going if you start very young. By the time you get to 22, if you've been doing this from you're about 14, 15, you're like, I need to do something else. I can't keep saying no to my friends. I can't go there. You can't do that. You haven't experienced nothing. But if at the end of it, you're the best in the world and you get a gold medal and blah, 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 or even get to the Olympics and things like that, you can probably look back and say maybe it was worth all those sacrifice. But again, it's a decision down to them. If they want to do it, I can coach them. Do you know what I mean? But
that's it.
I won't force them because it's tough. It's hard, man. It's not easy.
It's tough. We're committed and all of that, So what was your first club? Can I ask? Your first athletics club? I know you was born in the West Indies.
Yeah. Born and raised Jamaican, man. Came here when I was 14.
Okay.
So I was running around. So that's the thing. Is so that's probably where the running came from.
Man.
But I've only been at one club, Kent AC, from the day dot. Some club looked to invite me over and trying to say we do this, we do that, we promise you this and we promise you that. But for me, I was like, nah. You can't give me that thing I get from my club, that friendship, that being, that welcoming, that social circle, that thing there. You probably just want me to run and get points. Loads of people are happy to do that, but these lot are who I know. These are welcome me open arms for the first training day. These are the ones I'm still chatting with now. So it's bigger than just running for a club. So I just thought since then I thought, nah, that's the club for me. And I just end up I had a chance to go Woodford, Newham.
People wanted you, man.
But they're all this stacked. They got everyone. Do you know what I mean? It's just some little South London club. I wanted to put them on the map. I wanted to be like, what are you running for? Oh, Kent. Oh, I've never heard of them. Yeah, now you have. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to come up because we went from British League, from Southern Men's League to British League Division 1, just getting promoted. Do you know what I mean? So not now I'm in British League. I'm going to go, let me go Redford, Woodford. For what reason? They've got enough people. I want to raise Woodford people.
That's it. My team.
And just say, Kent's here now. Second, this is our time.
I respect it, man. I respect it. So staying on 2014, the Europeans in Zurich, wasn't it?
Zurich, yeah.
Yeah, and can I ask, is that your first individual senior final that you made, or was there another one?
No, I made the Commonwealth in Delhi 2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
But 2014. So how did it feel just seeing two of your teammates medal, and then you came fifth? How did that?
Yeah, I kind of messed it up. I feel like we could have three-peat.
That would have been.
And that was the season. Man. Yeah, I was like, I really think.
Did you feel like you let the side down, or do you leave it yourself down?
Yeah, cool. So from this day one, I was like, once I saw all three, I was like, we got to go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that would just, for me, that would have been the pinnacle of 2014 season. Do you know what I mean? I felt like, you could, but again, with 2014, just how stacked it was to make that final, because I was in lane 8 for my semi, and it's only top 2 to go through. There's a ball 8 in there. There's all these other cats in there. I'm looking around thinking, because I didn't really think, okay, cool. It shouldn't have been too hard. I'm in shape this season. I'm all right. I should be able to, I'll be fine to hold it down. But once there's a ball in the mix, that's at least one space possibly can go. So when I was in lane 8, I thought, I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to can it around the top bend, and whoever's coming. So I was like, I just went, and there must be a little breeze or something that catches me, and I just kept going. Top bin, I thought, I can't hear no one. So when I came around the home straight now, I'm thinking, where are they? Where are they? So I'm looking across thinking, where's the ball that mixed? But he was coming. He was coming. I was like, nah, not today. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, this final, I've got my eye on top three because I know Rooney's in shape. Matt was fresh out. He didn't even know what he could do then. So he could surprise anybody. So it was a case of just do your thing because them lot gonna do their thing. Do you know what I mean? Matt's unpredictable. We can either win this whole thing or he's gonna be in that top three. And to try and get a medal, we're gonna have to at least be in front of him anyway. Because he's fresh. And he's, you know, I mean, the inexperience actually worked for him then, not knowing what he can do. So, hence in the final, he full start because he went and they called it back, and he thought he was gone. And I thought he was gone.
See the look in his eye. You're thinking, the three-peat's gone already.
Yeah, he's got to him. The moment got to him. I think he didn't really hold his nerve.
Nerves.
Yeah, so I thought, he's gone. What? Time to then snap back into, there's still a final going on. You can't focus on that. But I was thinking, oh no. So because of that, I'm thinking, all right, get back, start focus. You still got a race, and all that stuff. And then they kept the whole race, which I thought was a good touch. I thought, you know, that would be harsh on him to say you're DQ'd or whatever. Do you know what I mean? That would be, I don't know. That wouldn't have been a good thing if they kicked him out, unless it's blatant that he pushed off and whatever. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm glad they kept the whole team. And yeah, man, just tactically, I probably went out too hard for too long. Just didn't have enough in the tank in the end, and still ran good times and everything. But
at least you can see where you went. At least you can see where you went wrong, and you know where to, you know.
Yeah, no, I knew that top end. Like I said, I end up knowing stay in contention. Make sure the top three. If you can show the whole race that these three are the ones to try and beat, then they might think, oh, they're running as a three-piece rather than one over there, one over there, one over there. Do you know what I mean? But it ended up where I'm there battling because Matt and Rooney were battling, and then me, the Polish guy, was battling as well. And then I think there might be someone else, I can't exactly remember, but then all three of us is going for the line, and it's like tightening up, trying to get that third spot. But no, it was a good race, man. It was definitely one to remember for sure.
Yeah, man. So you have a load of medals in the relays. Would you be disappointed if you retire without an individual senior medal? Or are you happy?
Not really, because I know how hard they are to get. They're not that easy. They take 43. If you're not in that ballpark, it's not 44 middles, it's not 44 high. You're never going to get an off chance where a 45-2 win anything. Do you know what I mean? Unless it's maybe Euros or something. But I thought for my time that I was in it, I managed to do ridiculous amount, knowing that yes, you started late, but between 21 to 33, you did everything. You did even, you came from the grassroots all the way through to the top. No, I mean, would you like one? Probably. I come close to a couple. Make the finals. My thing was, if I didn't make a final, then I'll be
gutted.
I'll be like, big time disappointed that I didn't even
But
get to a final.
But you've made two, haven't you? You've made
Yeah, so I made Euros, commies, and we weren't even allowed to do 2012 Euros when I was in shape again, and I wasn't allowed to do 2014 commies when I wasn't shape.
Yeah.
Because they said you can't do everything. You can't be doing these double up.
Yeah, and that's the thing with athletics. It's it is a short career, man. Don't you agree with that?
It's so it can be over in a flash and injury, and that's it. The person you was last year, you're not in shape because you didn't recover, you didn't train properly. The injury take longer to go away, and when you come back from it, you're not confident about your abilities anymore because you've been away for 6 months rehabbing, and your brain don't want to push itself anymore, push the body because it doesn't feel the body's ready to go to them lengths anymore. Because if you do that, I don't want to take another 6 weeks or 6 months to rehab. So you end up coming back being under, on the fence because you don't want to be wasting time in December rehabbing when you could be getting ready for indoor season.
Would you say you've had a lot of injuries in your career?
No, I'm quite fortunate. I'm literally when I hear people talk about injury, I just exit the chat. Can't really discuss. I've had 2, maybe 3. That's it. 1 to the calf.
And what was the length of time it kept you out? Did you miss any?
The first one was 6 weeks. That's a hamstring.
Any diamond leagues or?
Yeah, the first one was 6 weeks. Didn't really miss much. I went trials, but I knew I was injured anyway. The second one was indoors time, 2013, calves, but that was shorter than what they recommended. They recommend, I think, 4 to 8 weeks, and it was gone within, I think, way under 4 with the treatment and everything else. It was gone. I could run. The point they said I won't be able to, I should start jogging, I was already training. So, and then the last one was 2017, I think. 2016, so about 2016, yeah. But other than that, big gaps, nothing. And they were like, one was in 2008, and then the gaps were massive. There's some people every season, there's something, there's Achilles, there's shin splints, there's tight quad, there's this, there's back. The list goes on. Where for what I was doing, all the running, all the jumping, all the weights and blah, 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 I couldn't really complain about injury and my career at all because it was hardly there.
And if you wasn't a sprinter, what would you be?
If it wasn't for sprinting, I would be probably just mediaing something, just on the vlogs, vlogging, capturing, taking pictures, creating content, videos.
Like I did see one of you, was you in IKEA. I saw that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was just me grabbing the thing, and that's just how my brain went.
Early, man.
Yeah, I thought, get there. There's no one in the way. You don't you don't bump into no one. People feel awkward. They filming and all that. I just thought, let me just get in, get out before. And I just thought, it's lockdown. Just get your camera out, light entertainment, just video it, just show. My thing is just
something to do as well in this tough
time. No, that's what I'm saying. It's something to do. You're just trying to find ways to entertain yourself, and who knows, you might. Few people were like, "Oh, I didn't even think you could even record like that in IKEA," or to give them ideas to make their own videos, because that's all my thing is trying to do, is just to encourage others to say, if you feel you want to go and make a little video, don't think I need a production or a big idea, or I need this to make a video. Just use your camera, use your phone. Just do you know what I mean? Just have it there, do what it's doing. You don't need 1,000 followers to watch it. As long as, you know what I mean? You need just have your idea, get it down, and set the camera rolling, and trust me, you'd be surprised.
Mm. So what is the one piece of advice which you'd give a younger 400-meter runner?
I would say to them, just be patient, take your time, learn the craft. Just don't rush, don't try and get there quick. Um, really study the event, study the competitors, look around, watch film, watch videos, just to see. Don't copy it, but just see how you can use it. See how people approach the race. See how people trend in how the races change. Just literally put the work in training. Just really graft, put the work in. Whether it's 4, 1, 200, just have to. The work has to be there and have consistency in training. You know, you can't be here for 2 weeks, gone for 3 weeks. You know, so consistency is the key. You've got to be there. You got to turn up and just do what you've been, do what you've been asked to do. Just make sure you turn up, do the session. If you got questions, question why, but don't come with the question meaning you know better. Asking why I'm doing this is different to why are we doing this? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's that's trying to say you know better already, and you got a coach here that's telling you otherwise. So it's a big difference asking, okay, so now you want to understand the session by asking, so what we got today, what are we doing, what do you want from me in this particular session? Do you want me to try and hit 25s for all these twos and see where my legs die off? Then we know, okay, you only got 4 out of 6. So next week we're going to try and see if we can get all 6 of them. Do you know what I mean? So you work and you learn as you go along and try. But other than that, yeah, it just has to be consistent and be patient mainly, because that will later on that would help you.
And you're a coach yourself now. Do you coach?
Yeah, I coach out of Southwark Park. So the London City, the uni, and the King's College. Sorry,
King's
so
College.
London, King's College London, and the London City athletic club. Cause it's only a 3-year-old club. It's brand new, so it's just they only got junior athletes on the sprints. And but
So yeah, that's cool, man. So yeah, what's next for you as a sprinter? You gonna be there next year? This year.
this year, this year, I kept saying the same thing next year.
Oh man.
It's tricky. I mean, there come a point where you just have to just step aside. You've done your bit. There's nothing more. Let the new cats do their thing. And just part ways. Just remember, you had your chance. You had your time. You do your thing. The pandemic's helped that for sure, because no one's doing nothing. But it also make you think you're in better shape than you are. So, but I think I'll see how I go in April, and if not, I won't be trying to do anything. I just leave it, just wave my hand goodbye to all of that and just enjoy, because it's all about trying to get these guys that I got in the best shape. So my focus now is more on trying to get them lot to the trials and things like that. Do you know what I mean? And and that's where my new gold medal is. If I can get an athlete from the park to the British champs, then I know, you're successful. So that's what my main focus is.
Well, yeah, Conrad, it's been great. That's. I ain't got no more questions. I just want to say thanks for coming on, man. Thanks, appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it
It's
still.
all good. It's all love.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's been good. It's been good. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's all good. It's always love. I mean, no worries, bro. Like I said, if you got questions, whatever, if you want to do a reload, hit me up. Different questions, different whatever. Just you know where to
Def-
find me anyway. So just let me
yeah.
know what you got
Yeah.
planned.
Definitely. Definitely. Everyone, like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that. Don't know. We'll be back soon.
Yeah,
All things athletics. Don't know, my G's.
no worries.